Another kind of competition-based pricing is below-cost pricing, and this gets a little tricky. So one kind of below-cost pricing is called a loss leader. This is done in retail situations, and the idea is to price one product really, really cheap in order to generate excitement, to generate traffic, and then once people are in the store, hopefully they will buy other things. I believe in California the price of milk is regulated, but in other states many retailers will use milk as a promotional product. So I can go in at 99 cents a gallon for milk, and I will go, and where is the milk, by the way? The very back of the store. So in order to get that 99-cent gallon of milk, I have to walk past the full-priced Oreos, the full-priced Cheerios, the full-priced bananas, and ooh, that's an interesting thing that they got hanging on the, but the idea is I'm just using a low price to encourage traffic. Some states, again, this is regulated at the state level, some states don't allow you to sell below your cost, but your loss leader would have to be limited to what your costs are. Other states allow you to sell below your cost. Again, the goal there is to encourage traffic and then to sell other higher priced items. Another approach is to cut your price below your cost in order to gain market share. And this is a risky strategy because remember, as long as you're above your direct variable cost, you're getting some contribution, you're making some headway towards paying off those loans. The risk is if you start cutting your price below cost to steal business from the competition, and the competition matches your price cut, then you can't raise your prices back up, and you end up in a loss situation. So it's a risky strategy, best done for short periods of time, and be sensitive to what a competitive response might be to that particular price increase. This would not work in an oligopoly setting. And then the last situation for below-cost pricing is when you have excess capacity. And when you have excess capacity, you've covered your total fixed cost with the production that you already have, which means from a marginal cost perspective, every product that you produce after you have covered your fixed costs, the total cost is your direct variable cost. So you could profitably sell products at excess capacity above your direct variable cost. The issue is if you start selling at below your total costs, customers who paid full price might resent that. It might reduce the pressure for the whole line. So typically what happens when I'm using excess capacity pricing, I use that to enter new markets. The idea is I haven't really done in a new geographic region. I have some excess capacity. I can afford to sell very low in a new market in order to generate demand in that market. It's a smart business decision. It might be a smart business decision. It could be a bad political decision. Because what happens is when you sell below your total cost of production, especially when you do that internationally, it's called dumping. And it could provoke a political response, such as a tariff. Another kind of pricing is non-price pricing. And this happens especially in markets where there is an expected price. You've heard of the incredible shrinking candy bar. If I have little flexibility over what the retail price is, one of the ways that I can increase the value is to reduce the amount of product that I'm selling for that price. So the price stays the same, and many times the size of the container stays the same. The only thing that's different is you don't get as much. And if everybody has bought ice cream lately, a quart is now 28 ounces. And I love this because I remember when they moved the quart from 32 ounces to 28 ounces, they were interviewing a representative of one of the ice cream manufacturers. He actually said this. They're just saying, well, isn't that a non-price price increase? And they said, no. We did some research, and we found that when people get down to the bottom of the ice cream thing, there's, a little bit in the bottom there, they just throw that away. So we threw it away for you. You're getting the same amount of ice cream that you would have used. So yeah, so some of the ways is a price increase is to keep the price the same but reduce the quantity. The other side is I can do a non-price price cut. And this is where I'll keep the price the same but maybe throw in some extras. For example, it's very difficult to find somebody who is actively discounting an Apple product. You're going to pay pretty much the same price everywhere you go. However, one store might offer a $50 gift certificate with a purchase. Another store might offer a $75 accessory kit with the purchase. The price is still the same, but I've added to the value proposition to, in effect, increase the benefit to the customer, which is a way of lowering the price without actually cutting the list price.